Hello, hello. How are you doing? I wanted to ask a question because I believe that this is something that I'm doing and I want to get other people's perspective. Are you on a journey of self-mastery? Okay, so let's start with what is self-mastery? So self-mastery to me is being aware of all facets of me, unhealed, healed, my powers, my gifts, my abilities, and being so consciously aware that I'll go there, I'll explore it, and I will perfect how I respond, even if that's ugly stuff, even if it's fun stuff, good stuff, bliss stuff, whatever. I will go into each and every level of my discomfort as well as my comfort to explore. Now, that can be rather complicated sometimes. Sometimes it's, especially I see it in my life nowadays, it's feeling completely triggered or uncomfortable. Not sure why, but being firmly and completely committed to myself to understand why. So digging into it, going into the places that scare the shit out of other people, like my post today about insanity. So I'm prepared to be judged as insane as I search for my self-mastery. So let's get this a little better so you're not looking at steering wheel. So what is self-mastery to you? So each time you dive into something that didn't work out, what if you went into it again? You waited for the next circumstance instead of running from it. You basically jumped headfirst into it. What if you disagreed with someone and then instead of kind of shooting them down or kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, pushing them away or telling them they're wrong, instead taking what made you feel uncomfortable and using it as, call it a scouring pad. That might make you feel uncomfortable, but it's creating tension, friction, discomfort for a reason. And maybe that's for me. Instead of judging someone and saying, holy shit, they triggered the fuck out of me, they should stop or whatever, I'm using each and every person as, like I just said, a scouring pad, some way of self-assessment, self-awareness, self-discovery to basically say, okay, why is this person making me uncomfortable? Why did I bring this into my life? And then slowly through trial and error, and it doesn't have to be slowly, but it feels like it sometimes, I've learned about myself. I've learned what my triggers are. I've learned my whys. I've learned what the beliefs are underneath. I've made new choices to say, is this belief serving me or not? Is this thing that this person is scouring me with, is it for my highest good? Is it theirs? Is it whatever? And slowly you're going to find yourself more and more and more willing to question everything and starting to basically get to the bottom of my whys and wheres. And as I've got to the bottom of all those things, getting to the point that I might change myself. I might say, okay, that's not the best version of myself. That looks kind of painful. That looks hurt. That looks wounded. That looks messy, ugly. And knowing my messy, ugly parts, I can maybe go in and say, okay, is that a wound? Is that emotion that I need to move? Is that something that's from my past that keeps forcing me to ask for less than I'm worthy of? And then we climb a ladder. It's like climbing steps. It's like, okay, I thought I was loving myself, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm actually hurting myself by this thing. Maybe this person's actually got a different perspective than me, or maybe they're what I might judge lower perspective or less vibrational perspective. It might be just the catalyst I need to say, holy crap, I did that before and I'm still doing that. And then you look at it and you say, okay, I can change right now. I'm not a bad person or a worse person through self-discovery. I'm actually an awakening, an expanding person. And sometimes you're going to find that it's gritty, it's messy. It's like, holy shit, that was not nice, or where did that come from? But then you get to make a choice and say, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. I used to do that. I can see why other people are doing it. I can see there's a wound in it. There's some darkness in it, or some past trauma or epigenetic lineage. But then I get to choose. And then you keep mastering these things. After a while, you start to realize that each and everything that grates you the wrong way is inducing awareness. It's getting you, shaking you sometimes. It's telling you, especially if it doesn't feel comfortable or triggered or whatever, it's telling you there's something there. It's like, ooh, guess what? The universe is poking me again in that place that's tender. But I need to be poked in the place that's tender sometimes, until, not to get hardened, but to say, why do I let this burr or this story or this person's belief about me or whatever affect me at all? And then the magic happens. We start to choose better each and every time. It's like, hey, I'm not listening to you anymore. You're full of shit, or whatever. You don't even have to talk to them. But soon, you're on this self-mastery. It's really, truthfully, in the bottom of it, self-love. Because as you have more and more self-love, and you have more and more awareness that tells you when you're not loving yourself, guess what? You can then go in, clean that mess up, fix that thing. May not have to be even fixed. It may just be a little bit of a new perspective. And then life changes. All of a sudden you're like, holy shit. Okay, I really thought that about myself. Oh, that was kind of messy. Why would I do that? Oh, well, my family did that. My parents did that. My uncle did that, or whatever. And you'll know that thing no longer serves you. And you say, okay, thank God I don't believe that anymore. And then we're self-mastered. We get to the end and nothing bothers us. And then we have an idea. You've probably been on a journey where you feel like you're just getting scourged to death and it hurts like hell and everybody's poking you and the world can be quite angry sometimes. Or you get to the end, you say, holy crap, I brought all that in to refine me, to purify me, to polish my gold, and to fix the little rough edges of me that I wasn't even aware. And I had to have something that just kind of spanked me in the ass or slapped me in the face to do that. Thank you for the high fives there, Hilda. That's the journey of awakening. That's the journey of self-mastery. When you get to the end, you're going to stand there like a mountain climber that just climbed Mount Everest, and you're going to say, fuck, I made it through all that. Geez, look at my parents taught me, and my family taught me, and my sister taught me, and my ex taught me, and all this kind of shit to be angry, frustrated, whatever. And now you're like, fuck, those are the things that created my boundaries. Those are the things that polished me. Those are the things that now I am so proud of myself for. That's self-mastery. You get to the end and you're a polished diamond and you're setting it in your wedding ring to your divine union of yourself, because you went through all the crap. You looked through piles and piles of coal. You're covered in tarnish and dust, but you found that diamond that's inside of you. And you came here to find that diamond, despite all the crap that's going on in the world and all the darkness and all the craziness. Sorry, I'm parking. We're now free. Through your self-mastery. Through you going through the shit. Through you dealing with stuff that drove you nuts. It created you. Take a look at that. Sit with it for a minute. You're going to be so surprised how much all these things have made us better. So, sit with it. Just go look at everything and you're going to see that it created some new things in you. And it was needed and it was perfect, even though it looked ugly and messy. So, I love you. I hope this resonates, because it's truth. Have a great day. Talk more soon. Thank you. Share this if it resonates. Bye.